Finally, time and weather has cooperated with me where I can get back to get these parts stripped off this car. All right, finally getting back out here to work on my Falcon project. It's been several weeks. I've had issues, like I said, and I think a couple of those others with my house I had to take care of and different things like that. Life in general that was more important than my project car. So, but here we are. I'm gonna get the steering column out of this thing today, I hope. The pedals out of it. And I've got to get that quarter glass and the whole mechanism out of it, and just a couple other little bitty things out, and then this car will be ready for me to put up for sale. And I'm going to get rid of the stuff that's not left. Hopefully I can pass on a good deal to somebody. So here we go. So that I saved you the excitement of me trying to get this dang it clip I call off here, or lots of other choice words that mighty men use. And the thing about it is the door panel and stuff wasn't any good anyway. So I finally just gave up and tore the quarter panel off, and look at that. Boom. There's a little dead blasted clip. And now it should just come right off there. I'm too old to be rolling around in an old car. But boom. There we go. Now I can take that quarter glass out of there, and check it out. It's still got, I'm pretty sure, still got the plastic barrier. Don't look like it's ever been took off that. And then also, check this out. I got that underneath the fancy smancy pleat job. I think it's got the original material. I'll get my tripod set up and check it out and see. I think right there's a little glimmer of the original stuff. That'd be pretty cool. Let's see if I was right about this having the original material underneath of it. I think I am, but it looks like it's all, man, they didn't, Staples must have been free for them, because they dang sure used a bunch of them. Oh, here we go. How cool would that be? This would be the color that my car was on the inside. For me to find a parts car, it's actually got, yep, there it is. Look at that. And they got a big old roach. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So I'll save that to make sure I get the right stuff to go back on it. I'd forgotten how bad these old quarter glasses was to get out of these Falcons. Man, they're a pain. They like over-engineered these things to try to get these in and out of there. But hey, they work. Another chance of an engineer flipping a poor old laborer right in the back of the ear. Okay, so fighting and wrestling around with this thing forever, I found these two things here up and under there. You always need to check up and under there, because it could be bad or it could be good. And then I got one more bolt right there, and then this glass should come out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Golly, I didn't realize it took that long for an old fat man to walk around the car after he turned the camera on. Good grief. And yes, if you was wondering if I already got that thing out of there and I stuck it back in there just to make it look like that's how easy it was to come out, I sure did. Trust me though, my goodness, it was not that easy to get that out of there. All right, so I'm gonna put everything back together as much as I can, because you've seen how much trouble I had with that thing. So I sure don't want to have that much trouble trying to put it back together, which I still got to take that other one out over there, and I should be doing better with the next one. So I just want to make sure that I've got everything in and out of there like it's supposed to be. I'm not going to hook that back up because that's got that little clip on it, but all the rest of it I'm going to put the bolts you know, back where I took them off at. That way it'll just be easier when we go to put this thing back together here. This was a pain. I don't know if you could tell that or not, but it'll be easier going back together because it's been I said it's been since the 80s, actually, since I had one of these apart this far. So that's part of the fun of it, though, figuring out where all this stuff's going to go at. But at least I'll have everything put back in one place. I've got to get the long, there's a big long arm that goes right here that's still in the car. I got to get out that I just realized I didn't bring out here to show you how it goes. And I'll reach and grab it. That's where these last two bolts go. This is a piece I didn't get out of the car, and it goes like this and makes that crazy turn. To where it lets it kick back down and out of the way. So, and then these, you have one bolt right here on the side, and then this bracket and this bracket, these two brackets here, actually they go this way. They were bolted on the bottom of that. They were bolted on the bottom of this slide bracket here. And then this right here is bolted to the inside of the car on the panel. So they go on there like that right there. And then this piece here was the bump stop for this one. And then this right here was the bump stop that goes right here on that. So that's the whole window mechanism. Where I slid this out of this one, where I messed up at, is this one here actually goes, it goes like that right there, and then that would just slide off like that right there. Where I was trying to get this thing flipped over on me and I didn't realize it. And this would have just slid right out the top, kind of at an angle there. And then your little clip that goes right there on the, that goes right here on this. It goes like this. That mounts on that. The little clip, the little, I'm gonna call it a Jesus clip, because usually that thing just goes flying across the room over, and it's like, you say stuff when you go having to hunt for it. All right, so I got the little back window out. Now I got to get the steering column out and the clutch pedals out, because we're gonna have the shifter in the flow on that other one over there, because it'll match up the way we had it. So, and I'm gonna get that steering wheel off and send it to Florida to my son. And the reason I'm using this steering column, even though it's rougher, somebody's already been in here hacking this thing up. And the other car in there that I'm going to use, it's got a really nice automatic steering column and a steering wheel on it. So I'm gonna check it out and try to send it on down the roads for some funds. Hey, things are looking up, and yes, I did go ahead and do it to start with, but I just absolutely, I couldn't believe it. These things right here just broke loose, all four of these bolts. I figured it was gonna be in a big pain. I sure do hope that when I start getting the pedals and the column and everything out, that it does the same thing. So we'll see. Maybe this is a positive outlook right here. That'd be great. Oh, and I got to get those two horns off there too, because one of my horns I took off, the back's rotted off of it. I just keep seeing stuff I can find. I got to get this old steering wheel off here. My son's into these old vans. And for some reason, them dang van people, no offense, but they like these little skinny steering wheels. So I'm going to take this thing off here and send it to Daytona to him. Oh, let's see what this thing is. Why, hey, that's actually pretty cool old steering wheel. Now I gotta get this big nut off here. It says the 500 Superior Performance Products. Huh, anybody know what in the heck that means? I gotta go up here and get a bigger, I gotta get a more bigger tool. Now, I'll just wait and take that off when when I get it out of the car. We hooked this thing up right here when I picked the car up over from my buddy. I think I can probably move that out of the way. Oh, I gotta get the drive shaft too. All right, so now, boy, I sure do hope all the rest of this comes out of, man, I tell you what, I just can't believe it. I'm so tickled. All these bolts and stuff are just coming right out of this car. It's crazy. Look at that. No way. Which, I mean, I'm glad. I'm not complaining. Look at that. Come right out of there. All right. That'll work. Now, it looks like I got a little thing up there underneath there holding it. So, all right. All right. So this thing's been a pain. So I had to go get the serious tool to get that nut broke loose. Actually, that's the only thing I had a 15/16 socket for, is this great big one. But it really did kind of need that one. So, oh no. Now, oh, look at that. Life is good, I found it. All right, so now the next thing was getting this blasted thing right here off, which I know I'm not supposed to be doing it like this, but I got it pretty well off there. Boom. There we go. And I don't look like I messed anything up, miraculously. Now, if I remember right, I did unhook the wires down there. So now, that goes up underneath the car that comes out of there. I think this thing just comes right out once you pull that bushing off there. And then I got some wires right here I gotta unhook that I missed, of course, because we don't want to goof this thing completely up, because I'm wanting to, like I said before, use it in the other car. So, I don't know what, looks like I'm hooked on something out there. So, we're gonna have to try to do a little more figuring out here on this. So, got a couple of, there we go. Gotta unhook all these wires. Wow. There's them. And like I said, I'm not trying to, I'm trying not to mess any of this up that I can, because I'd like to pass this car on, because it can sure be made into something, probably a Rat Rod Pro Street top deal, because it needs the floors and all that in it. So I mean, why wouldn't you? And it's a 6-cylinder car, and there's not anything really that special about it. Oh, other than big traction bars down there. Now, well, I wonder how you get that out of the floor. Oh, it's got a big cover right there I didn't see. All right, my bad. I'll get the cover off, we'll be back. All right, y'all probably don't do this, but seems like about half my time while I'm out here in all this mess here is I'm hunting my tools. When I laid them right down here, I've been looking everywhere for this thing for like 5 minutes, and there it is, laying right on the dash. And guess what? That's exactly where I left it. Isn't that crazy? Good grief. Oh my goodness, help me out here. Now to figure out how to get this column out of here. It's got 2 linkages on the end of it, and it's like no matter where you pull it at, it's stuck. And this is frozen up where it had the shifter up here on the column. So I finally figured out you get it just right. You turn it 48,000 different directions, and then it'll come, look at that, boom, right out of there. Now see, I'm gonna take all this off because all I need is this tube, this thing right here. They probably make something, but I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna use this one because my wife's only letting me have so much money for this thing, so I gotta do it on the thrifty. So, and it'll be funner to fix it yourself anyway. So now I gotta do is figure out how to get these pedals out of here, and I'll pretty much have everything I need off this thing. I'm gonna take this chrome off where that had the padded dash on it, and of course that thing's gone, which is a bummer. Get the drive shaft, just a couple other things. So getting pretty close. Getting pretty close. Boy, that right there go right through your heart, wouldn't it? Ha! It's a wonder anybody's alive that made it through the 50s and 60s, huh? There was like 6 or 8 Phillips head screws that was holding the rubber shield on it for the weather to keep it from coming up around it. That's what I was dragging my big fat self up in there and got that took care of. But hey, I got it. Whew. All right. Much easier if that steering box is out of there, which when I go back in that other car, it will be out. But I probably did it the hard way, but look at this. I got that pig out of there. That's what I wanted. That's what I was after. More pedals, more fun. That's what I think. So I got all of it out there. I'll just have to clean all this up, sandblast all this real good. I see where they make some like bearings and stuff to make this a little smoother. Probably do that, a few little upgrades on that. And just about got everything out of this thing I need. Just about. Take this chrome off and stuff, so I'm excited. All right, get the dash trim off this thing. Get the dash trim off this thing, and then the only thing else I think I need is the drive shaft off of it. This thing's got some really nice dash trim. Oh, if I don't mess it up getting it off, that is. There we go. That's all it goes through there. Get these 2 pieces right here off. There we go. And then there we go. I guess them just clip in there. There's that. Let's see here. They got this fancy smancy pad they've put on there. Somebody has anyway. Uh-oh. Well, I guess working on the car's over, because here's my daughter and my granddaughters, and I don't know about you all, but they come before projects. She's probably out here wanting to see what her garden looks like. Pop this thing off real quick though, because I don't want that thing to mess up. Oh, look, they run the son-in-law too. That's the thing about granddaughters, you can't hardly have one of them without son-in-laws. But he's a pretty good guy, I guess. So. All right, like I just got through saying, granddaughters show up, so no more working on the car, which is great. And but here's what I got off here today. Got steering wheel off for my son. I got the clutch pedals off. I got the steering column out. I got the clutch, whatever you want to call that thing right there, to operate the clutch on it. I got the quarter glass out of it, the regulator, all that's really nice. Got all that stuff there out. So that's pretty much, oh, and I already took it inside the, and I got the trim off. I got the trim off for the dash pad on it. So now I only like taking the chrome. I'm gonna take all the chrome off the car, and I'm gonna take this drive shaft out just because of the yoke and stuff on it. Drive shaft junk, somebody's backyard welded it together and stuff on it. So, and then I think that is pretty much it. That's a pretty good old steering wheel I'm gonna send to my son. And I snapped all this chrome off. I just went into fast motion on that thing. You just take a little flat tool, putty knife or something, and it just pops right off. Very few little bolts in it. Well, I come out here after my kids left and taking some more pieces of this thing off. You never know what you're gonna find in the car. Look at all these old flying ants or whatever the heck them things are. They were all in that trim. So I got to trim off the quarter panels. Got to trim off this door. I think pretty much I just about got everything off now, except for I'm gonna take the chrome around the windows, and I'm gonna take the chrome around the top off, and then I'll have it, and this thing can go on to somebody else. I was really shocked at how easy and well the chrome come off around the front and the back window. Of course, the rubber's all dried up and brittle and everything, so I just took a flat clip tool, just took my time and just popped it out there real nice and easy. Now, the chrome down the side is going to be a different story, so that's all I got today. I appreciate you watching. Thank you.